For 47 years, drivers along a desolate stretch of Route 83 in rural Montana have reported picking up the same young woman. She appears without warning on foggy nights, standing alone beside the road in a pale blue dress. She never speaks her destination. She simply points forward, and before the driver reaches the next town, she vanishes from the back seat. The first documented report came in 1977. A long-haul trucker named Robert Kellerman was driving through a November snowstorm when he saw her. A figure in summer clothes, thumb raised, miles from any shelter. Against his better judgment, he stopped. She climbed into the cab without a word, shivering violently. He asked where she was headed. She pointed down the highway and said nothing else. Kellerman drove for 20 minutes, glancing occasionally in the mirror. She sat motionless, staring straight ahead. When he looked again at the next truck stop, she was gone. The passenger door had not opened. The locks were still engaged. There were no footprints in the snow outside. He reported it to local police, describing her in detail. Early 20s, pale skin, shoulder-length brown hair, barefoot despite the cold. The officer listened, nodded slowly, and pulled out a file. Inside was a photograph. The woman in the picture matched his description exactly. Her name was Claire Ashford. She had died in 1952. According to records, Claire was killed in a car accident on Route 83 during a rainstorm. She had been hitchhiking home from a dance when a vehicle struck her. The driver never stopped. Her body was found the next morning, still wearing her pale blue dress. The case was never solved. Since then, encounters have been eerily consistent. Drivers describe the same appearance, the same silent gesture, the same impossible disappearance. She is always alone, always cold, always pointing toward a destination she never names. Some report feeling overwhelming sadness during the ride, as if grief itself were sitting in the back seat. Others say the car temperature drops suddenly, breath fogging in summer heat. In 1984, a family traveling to Billings stopped for her. The mother insisted. The daughter, sitting in the back, later described Claire, turning to look at her once, just once, with eyes full of pleading. When the girl asked if she was okay, Claire whispered a single word: home. Seconds later, she was gone. Skeptics dismiss the reports as urban legend, pointing to the classic vanishing hitchhiker folklore found worldwide. But Route 83 is different. The descriptions are too consistent. The location never changes, and there are photographs. In 2003, a teenager filming a school project captured something on a dashboard camera. At the 11-minute mark, a figure appears beside the road. The driver stops. The door opens and closes. For 3 minutes, the camera records an empty back seat, but the car's suspension visibly shifts, as if under weight. Then, without explanation, it levels again. Forensic analysts examine the footage. No cuts, no tampering, no explanation. Those who've encountered her describe an unshakable sense that Claire is not haunting Route 83. She is searching. Every night she returns to the road, hoping the next driver will take her where she needs to go. But no one knows where that is. Her childhood home was demolished in 1968. Her family left Montana decades ago. The exact location of the accident was never definitively recorded. Some believe she is trapped in the moment before her death, endlessly reliving her final journey. Others think she is looking for the driver who killed her, waiting for the right car to stop. A few have suggested she simply wants to finish the trip she started 72 years ago, to get home, say goodbye, and finally rest. Local residents no longer stop for hitchhikers on Route 83 after dark, but travelers unfamiliar with the area still do. Every few months someone reports her. The description never changes: pale blue dress, barefoot, silent, pointing forward, and then gone. If you drive Route 83 at night and see a young woman standing alone in the fog, you face a choice. You can stop, offer help, and risk the unsettling disappearance that has haunted others for decades. Or you can drive past, leaving her there in the cold. But those who've stopped say the same thing. In that brief moment before she vanishes, her expression changes. Not to fear, not to anger, but to something that looks unmistakably like hope. As if, after all these years, she still believes the next ride will be the one that finally takes her home.